So the woman who was going to be Trump's new VP, possibly, Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota, apparently shot and killed her dog and also a goat. She wrote about this in her new book, and apparently she thought that it would be like a really good idea. She thought that it would highlight her ability to handle difficult decisions as vice president. Yeah, you can't make this up. So let's dive into it and see what happened.
I can almost guarantee that this next story will be on the joke list tonight. Some people not so sure it's funny. One of Donald Trump's possible running mate contenders made this, some people would say, bizarre admission that has a lot of people angry.
Okay, here is the backstory. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem released a new book. The Guardian got its hands on a copy, and the outlet is flagging a section in which she describes killing her dog named Cricket.
So the easy way to explain what happened here, if you haven't read it, is to read it out loud to you. So we have the main part of the article, and we're just going to read it. Okay? So listen in.
All right, so it begins here. Cricket was a wire hair pointer, about 14 months old, she says.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what the wire-haired pointer breed looks like. Okay, this is a reasonably cute breed of dog. You know, I could see why conservative white America and the rest of the United States might be disturbed about Kristi Noem putting a gun up to the head of this animal and pulling the trigger. I can see why some people might not be fans of this. I'm starting to see. I've never really been a dog person. They're kind of cute sometimes, you know. But there's no excuse to be shooting an animal, especially not animals that look like this. They look friendly. This breed of dog looks incredibly friendly. And she just shot the dog, apparently. Apparently, she just killed the dog. And she actually thought this was going to hit. But let's go back to the video and see what else they got to say.
That the dog, a female, had a aggressive personality and needed to be trained to be used for hunting pheasants.
She includes her story about the ill-fated Cricket, she says, to illustrate her willingness in politics as well as in South Dakota life to do anything, quote, difficult, messy, and ugly, end quote, if it simply needs to be done by...
Okay, let's talk about the fact that Republicans have this absolutely disturbing obsession and fascination with trying to be tough and trying to be like, y'all are not Vladimir Putin, y'all are not Russian. I don't need you to kill a dog to know that you can make the harsh decisions necessary for our nation. Barack Obama didn't kill any dogs. Barack Obama had Osama bin Laden killed. I don't need him to kill a dog for me to have faith in him. I don't need that. Kristi Noem, you should have said anything about this. This should have never left your mouth. This should have never been, none of this should have had, pen being put to paper should have never brought about this outcome. Why did you write about this in your book? Why? Because you thought it would communicate your willingness to do anything difficult, messy, and ugly. Be patient. Be patient. Let Trump pick you up. Be VP. Why are you spoiling it? I'm not even a Republican. I'm not even on your side. I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal. I think you made a horrible mistake. I think what you did was immoral and disgusting. But from a strategic standpoint, you thought talking about killing a 14-month-old dog, which is what I read previously, a 14-month-old dog, you think killing a 14-month-old dog is representative of you being willing to do anything difficult, messy, and ugly. Now, I'm sure she's going to give some sort of ridiculous explanation for why it was justified in her killing a dog. How could she not see this coming?
Taking Cricket on a pheasant hunt with older dogs, Noem says she hoped to calm the young dog down and begin to teach her how to behave.
It's just a puppy. All right, unfortunately, Cricket ruined the hunt, she said, going, quote, out of her mind with excitement, chasing all the birds and having the time of her life. Noem describes calling Cricket, then using an electronic collar to attempt to bring her under control. Nothing worked. Then, on the way home after the hunt, as Noem stopped to talk to a local family, Cricket escaped Noem's truck and attacked the family's chickens.
So, quote, grabbing one chicken at a time, crunching it to death with one bite, then dropping it to attack another. Cricket, the untrainable dog, Noem writes, behaved like a, quote, trained assassin. When Noem finally grabbed Cricket, she says the dog, quote, whipped around to bite me. Then, as the chicken's owner wept, Noem repeatedly apologized, wrote the shocked family a check, quote, for the price they asked, and help them dispose of the carcasses littering the scene of the crime.
Okay, through it all, Noam says Cricket was, quote, the picture of pure joy. I hated that dog, Noam writes, adding that Cricket had proved herself, quote, untrainable, dangerous to anyone she came in contact with, and less than worthless as a hunting dog.
So at
Oh my God. Okay. Chrissy Noam, how old are you? Oh, ma'am, how old are you? Chrissy Lynn Noam is an American politician who has served since 2019 as a 33rd governor of South Dakota. Born November 30th, 1971, aged 52. So you thought it was appropriate to kill the dog, write about you killing the dog, and then to also say, I hated that dog, and that it was worthless as a hunting dog. Okay, why can't it be a pet in the house? If it could be a pet in the house, why not just keep it? Why is it somehow or another you hate the dog because the dog killed the chickens? Okay, if you feel that way, you can always give the dog up. You're not legally obligated to put the dog down because it killed livestock, as far as I know. How about you give the dog up to someone that might want the dog? Instead, you shoot the dog and kill it. Christy Noam, you know this communicates more so of a vitriol and an anger toward the dog, more so than you detaching yourself from your feelings and doing a difficult thing. You said you hated that dog and it was worthless as a hunting dog, and you shot it. These three things together communicate to me a dislike of the dog beyond any normal reason, and the fact that you went through the act of killing the dog instead of just giving the dog up. That communicates to me a malice, a level of malice behind what you did, more so than this altruistic desire to take upon yourself difficult decisions that the nation needs you to take upon yourself as the vice president. Man, this communicates evil. This communicates disgusting activity, and you gotta look within yourself to ask yourself why you did this. And what made you think self-snitching made sense? Why would you write this in a book? As someone who loves politics, I know people gonna be in the comment section like, but it don't matter what the strategy is, but she killed the dog. The strategy does matter on some level. I love politics, so bear with me. Ma'am, you killed a dog and you thought that you would gain points by communicating to these people that you can make harsh decisions. Harsh decisions in the context of you killing your 14-month-old dog that was running around wilding out. Are you dumb? Why would you write about that? You're about to be VP. You should be trying to be as Christ-like as possible. You should be trying to be as Gandhi-like. Well, he had his issues. You should be trying, Christ. You should be trying to be like Christ. You should be trying to be as perfect as possible. Somebody say you even, if somebody says you spat on the sidewalk, deny it. Deny. Why are you over here telling folk you shot a dog? Why would you do that? Your running mate's facing multiple felonies, and here you come. I shot a dog. What's wrong with you? Are you dumb? Like, this been dumb with y'all. Like, why would you say that? Your supposed running mate, he's not going to be a running mate anymore. You ruined that. The guy who could have taken you to the White House. The guy who could have secured your career in politics. Because we know you're not, well, you are done now. But we know that mentally you're not done. Because you tried to go from your second term as governor straight to the White House. And ma'am, I ain't gonna lie, I applaud you. That's a shrewd plan. You're pretty, you're white, you're Christian, you're conservative. You're everything that conservative white America wants you to be. You're Christian, you ride around with American flag and all that stuff. But you shot a dog, and you bragged about it. Not to mention, you also shot another livestock animal, a goat. We about to get into that next. We ain't done with you. But the fact that your running mate was facing multiple felonies, and you said, yep, I killed my dog. Ma'am, Christy Noam, do you see what's going on around you? Trump is facing multiple charges. Marjorie Taylor Greene is actively defying his orders to not oust Speaker Johnson. Do you Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro pointing weapons at each other like this? Do you see the destruction happening around you in your party and within your culture? Why would you write this? I mean, as a Democrat, I'm enjoying myself because I don't want y'all to win. This is amazing. This is good because if Trump was able to run with a female VP candidate that was attractive, that seemed to have a clear and unblemished record, oh no, we would have problems. We would have problems. But thankfully, you ruined that for yourself and Trump. Bruh, I kind of feel bad for Trump, bro. He fighting all these battles, and yet y'all are the worst minions ever. I've never seen henchmen and minions worse than y'all. Y'all's boss is fighting for his life. Can y'all do anything right? Jeez, like, bruh, Trump gotta be over there stressed.
That moment, Noam says, I realized I had to put her down. Noam,
And the dog
who
is
also
female.
represented her state.
And the dog is female. Christy Noam, why would you? Oh my God, Christy. Oh, not only are you evil, but you're incompetent. What are the first rules of politics? Never say more than necessary. I know that's like one of the 48 laws of power. Say less than necessary. But like, bruh, that's also, the 48 laws of power is heavily political in nature. It's all about politics. Why would you say this? You want to communicate that you can do difficult and harsh decisions? Like, bro, what part of being a woman in politics, and this is benevolent sexism, is no one expects anything. Like, no one expects you to be a cold-blooded killer. Don't say anything. You didn't see what happened to Hillary? All Hillary does is say cold-blooded killer shit, and everyone hates her for it. Just chill. Just chill. Don't go out of your way to sound like an asshole. Relax. Unfortunately, and this is the unfortunate reality of benevolent sexism, because you're a reasonably attractive woman, people look at you like you're a saint. What could you ever possibly do wrong? But here you come. You just got to tell everybody what you did, huh?
In Congress for 8 years, got her gun, then led Cricket to a gravel pit. It was not a pleasant job, she writes, but it had to be done. And after it was over, I realized another unpleasant job needed to be done. Incredibly, Noam's tale of slaughter is not finished.
Her family, she writes, also owned a male goat that was nasty and mean because it had not been castrated.
Naturally.
Furthermore, as one knows, the goat smelled disgusting, musky, rancid, and loved to chase Noam's children, knocking them down and ruining their clothes.
Okay, Christy Noam, do you understand that you're actually communicating the opposite of what you were trying to communicate? You try to communicate that you can understand and withstand the difficult and harsh decisions from the outdoors farming life of South Dakota. But you're complaining about an animal smelling nasty, disgusting, rancid, being wild, given the fact that you apparently did not castrate it. I don't know if that's true. I forget the name of that pundit, that male pundit. That's not Jake Tapper, that's someone else. Shout out to you, though. I don't know your name, but, you know, G's up. You, ma'am, are trying to communicate that you understand that rural, hard, tough, farm girl, farm boy life, but you can't handle the smell of a nasty goat? You can't handle the goat smelling bad and getting your kids' clothes dirty? I'm sorry. Are you a farm woman or not? Or are you someone who holds such contempt for animals you just can't be around them? Sometimes some animals are wild. Some animals are a little bit rambunctious. Some dogs you can't take on a hunt. That's just the way it is. Some dogs, they may be hunting breeds, but they don't have hunting minds. You can't take them. But a goat smelling nasty, smelling rancid and nasty and disgusting, that's what animals smell like. I've been to farms. Unfortunately, even most professional farms I've been to, all the animals consistently always smell. I've never been to one barn where a cow just had that Gucci on, that Gucci spray. Anyone want to? If y'all have met a pig or a cow or a chicken that had, you know what I'm saying, the Gucci spray, the Prada spray, by all means, let me know. If you've seen a cow washing themselves and all of that, if you've seen that, by all means, make me aware. If you've seen a cow putting on the Gucci, by all means. But every barn I've been to, they all stink. Christy Noam, if you wanted to communicate to the people of South Dakota and to conservative white America nationwide that you can handle the ills and the toughness and the grit of that, you know, that farm frontier lifestyle, why are you complaining about the smell of an animal and the fact that it's getting your kids' clothes dirty? Maybe your kids are playing with the dirty animal. Is that possible? Maybe. It just bothers me that, Christy Noam, you thought this made mathematical sense. You should have left that one in the vault.
Noam decided to kill the unnamed goat the same way she had just killed Cricket the dog. But though she dragged him to a gravel pit, the goat jumped as she shot.
Rest in peace to my nigga Cricket. Oh my God.
Therefore survived the wound. Noam says she went back to her truck, retrieved another shell, then hurried back to the gravel pit and put him down. At that point, Noam writes, she realized the construction crew had watched her kill both animals. The startled worker swiftly got back to work, she writes, only for a school bus to arrive and drop off Noam's children.
Kennedy looked around confused. Noam writes of her daughter who asked, hey, where's Cricket? This is not a joke.
This is... This shit is funny as hell, bro. Yo, hold up, bro. This shit ain't funny, but it is, though. Like, yo, hold up, bro. Yo, this shit, yo, hold up, bro. Yo. Trump never gonna see this, but bro, if one of y'all could, if somebody just important sees this, please, Trump. I'm a Democrat. I hope you lose, but I feel bad for you, Uncle Trump, because you got these fool ass. Come on, bro, like you gonna kill the dog and your kids show up. First and foremost, I don't even know if I believe this story. You kill the animals, and coincidentally, the construction people are there. Why are there construction people there? That popped up in the story. I'll be fair. I don't have the entire book. I don't have the context clues. Maybe she explained why the construction people were there. Why were the kids coincidentally there? Like, you know, it's kind of it's really interesting that she wants to highlight the harsh decisions that she can make. And coincidentally enough, your kids and construction workers just so happen to be nearby when you killed 2 animals in cold blood. It seems like you're trying to make it seem like my kids were coming and I still did what I had to do. Them construction workers are right there, but I did what I had to do. It seemed to me like you might be lying, Mrs. Noam. It seems to me like you might be lying. But there's a reason why she might not be lying, and we're going to dive into that in a second.
If you are thinking this is not true, Noam has now defended the scenes in the statements that she made in her own book, saying she loves animals, but tough decisions happen all the time on a farm. In fact, she says they recently put down 3 horses. I don't know how to bring the panel back after that, but I'm going to do it now. We've got S.E. Cupp, Van Lathan, Van Jones, Scott Jennings, and our Kerry champion all standing by.
Why is Van Lathan... He got a cowboy hat on?
Journalistically, I know that I need to sort of...
Doug Dimmadome with a Dimsdale Dimmadome. Look at this. Look at Doug Dimmadome. Is that his last name? Doug Dimmadome? Oh my God.
You can't kill a dog or a goat like that. It's insane.
Well,
Your comments?
It's not Old Yeller, that's for sure. Listen, 2 things. I hunt over dogs. It's a thing. They don't have to be put down if they're not great at hunting.
Right.
There are 1,000 other things you can do with them before you have to kill it for really no good reason. 2, this is a thing that some women politicians do. You remember Joni Ernst talking about castrating pigs when she was coming into the Senate? To talk about like rural life on the farm makes them seem a little tough maybe. It's not a thing any of us need as voters. We don't need to hear about it. Save that trauma for your therapist, man.
Karen, I can't tell what you're thinking. I see a look on your face and I can't tell what's going on.
Well, I'm a dog owner. I had a dog who recently passed, had her for 18 years. So I'm at the humanity aspect of it. I don't know. I have never lived on a farm. And believe it or not, I think there are people somewhere in Middle America, or wherever they live, that can understand what she said. I don't know who they are. I can't quite understand that, and I don't know why it needs to be documented. But there's this thing where people want, to your point, some sort of credibility. I don't know what she felt like that would make her look like or feel like, or if people were going to...
I'm sorry, I'm watching Biden eat the bread, because I'm just curious to, like, how do you eat bread at that age, surrounded by all these cameras and not, like, mess up? Like, I feel like if I took a sip of the iced tea, I'd spill it on myself. Like, I'm just trying to, like, understand the logistics of eating at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I just don't know.
Say that this is what I want, someone who knows this no nonsense. It's really disgusting, and I think also traumatizing. And she writes that the dog behaved like a trained assassin. I said, who says? Like, didn't you
If you're a hunting dog, that is your job to go after the things you're hunting.
We have to be smart about it. This lady snapped.
That's what I'm saying. She went crazy. Like, bro, come on, bro. Who kills an animal and says, another harsh decision needs to be made? She went crazy. She lost her mind. Let's be honest about it. Bruh, who kills a dog and says, Another one needs to go. Someone who's disturbed. Trump, I ain't gonna lie. She might have woke up one day and thought you need to be put down. Yo, she might have woke up one day and said, yo, we finna get Trump out. Yo, Trump, you dodged the bullet with this little girl, bro. Chrissy Noem, you dodged the bullet with her talking about some... After that harsh decision, I realized another harsh decision needed to be made. You realize another harsh decision needed to be made. She's crazy. Christy Noem, you're crazy.
She does this, but they do this.
She
That's a
went on
training.
an animal rampage killing spree, and it was all across the areas of zoology. She done killed 3 horses, a goat, and a dog. Like, this is troubling.
In front of children.
In front of children.
Her own daughter.
A 14. Where's Cricket? What is it? God, that's like a Stephen King novel. What are we supposed to make of that?
Yeah.
It's insane.
I am doing my best. There's 2 aspects of this, and I absolutely, Carrie, understand the aspect as a dog owner, having that visceral reaction to someone describing this. So there's what she did, and people can take that for what it is, judge it as they want. Sure. And then there's the decision to write about it. Yeah. Not just write about it, but frankly to brag about it, and brag about it because you think you're going to get something out of it.
First of all, on your screen, he's breathing a sigh of relief tonight, the president. He was the worst dog owner in America. We still don't know what happened to Commander, by the way. We have no idea. Now Christy Noem is the worst. So congratulations, Joe Biden. You've gone down.
We should jump in and say that his dogs were attacking people in the White House and bit
biting numerous Secret Service agents. There's no bad dogs, so. Only bad owners. Yeah, Governor DeVille has a. It gets cold in the Dakota. She may have needed a coat. I don't know.
Oh my God.
This is a terrible PR problem. But worse, there are 2 other sort of technical terms. It's psychopath. Nobody shoots a puppy dog like this. I have a puppy right now. The way you communicate to dogs who are you call them by their full name instead of their first name. So whenever my bulldog Elvis, like when he jumps on the kitchen table, you just got to. If I say Elvis J. Bulldoggington III, then he will jump down.
Yo.
I never have contemplated.
Yo, this
shooting him
man
off
is
of
a
the kitchen
fool,
table.
bro.
Wild.
This grown ass man is a fool, but this nigga playing games with these people.
You can send them to the pound if you really. I mean, that's part
Yo.
of it, but
Training.
You can
How about
train them.
training?
There's lots of things you can
That
do.
simple.
Okay, so Van Jones and Scott, anybody at the table, but Van, is she still in the running for VP? Especially.
But y'all know the answer to this question, but it's a wrap for her with that little girl. What's she about to do? What could Chrissy Noem possibly, bro? It's over with for her. She can't do none. Her career is done. I don't know what she could do from now on. She can't even work for a conservative, political, outlet. What's she gonna talk about? Popping dogs? I'm just saying, what could she possibly do now? You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand, why would she self-snitch? I don't understand. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why she would do some foolishness like this. There was just no reason to destroy her own career in this way. But I got some information for y'all in just a second. We're about to pull this one up. Oh, okay. So I got something for y'all. So, South Dakota Democratic Senate Minority Leader Reynold Nasiba considered the disclosure more calculated than stupid. He said the story has circulated for years among lawmakers that Noem killed a dog in a fit of anger, and that there were witnesses. He speculated that it was coming out now because Noem is being vetted as a candidate for vice president. Hold on a second. Let's discuss something. There is no reason why. Right? Because apparently, let me tell y'all something. The story about what she did, apparently this happened 20 years ago. This happened 20 years ago in 2004. I was 3 back then. Christy Noem, you know better than anyone else. No one has you on camera killing that little dog. Okay? Why would you come out and publicly say you did it in a book if it happened in 2004? So what if there's witnesses? No one has you on camera. You want me to believe somebody had a Sony camcorder just recording you in that moment? Stop playing. Talking about so they go on to say she knew that this was a political vulnerability and she needed to put it out there before it came up in some other venue, he said. Why else would she write about it? She told y'all why she wrote about it. She thought it would go well. She actually thought people in their minds would believe this woman has the ability and the strength to handle difficult topics because she killed her dog. I'm just saying. So, because she killed her dog somehow, we know the reason why she did it. Because she thought that somehow killing her dog communicated an ability to take upon herself difficult decisions and harsh decisions that needed to be made for the sake of the nation, aka she's out of her mind. There ain't nothing else to talk about. Talk about she tried to jump on the situation before it got out of control. Bruh, if you shot the dog in 2004, you good. Ain't nobody gonna tell. I mean, somebody could say you shot the dog, but can they prove it though? You be alright. They accuse Trump of all sorts of shit. Ain't nobody got no video, so did he do it? I don't know. I can say this much though. Didn't nobody see you on video shoot no dog? Now you admitted to it, so obviously, you know, you're a questionable human being, but why would you say something if you did it in 2004? I ain't gonna lie, Christy Noam, like, get checked. Get psychologically tested. Not for mental illness, but for like stupidity. Why would you snitch? Why would you tell on yourself? Why wouldn't you just not say anything? the solution is simple. Say nothing. I swear, every politician needs to read the 48 Laws of Power. Because if you don't, you'll get in over your head and start thinking dumb shit. Like, if I tell these people I shot my dog in a fit of rage, they'll understand that I understand how to handle the complexities and difficulties of rural life. Ma'am, you've lost the plot and you've lost your mind. I always thought Kristi Noem was level-headed, calm, collected. She always had that cool, calm look, but now I'm starting to realize that maybe it's not cool, calm. Maybe it's psychopathy. Maybe it's mental illness. Maybe it's delusion. And she a baddie too for 52 years old, but that's plastic surgery though. But anyways, point being is you had it on point. You had it in the bag. Why would you why would you mess this up? Really, really simple. Like, this isn't even complicated. You're too old to be making stupid mistakes like this, Kristi Noem. So simple. So simple that you messed it up. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say it, everybody. Trump, I feel bad for you. Every single ally you have is seemingly more crazy, delusional, and possibly even stupid than the last. It's a tough battle, Unc, I know. I feel bad for you. You can't make it, but in an alternate reality, maybe. So, it's unfortunate, but I don't know, the fact that she thought it made sense to say something like this in public it's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you really gonna say that in public? You shot the dog? Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Y'all feeling Kristi Noem? You know, y'all feel like she's on point? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.